Imagine this scenario. A flight attendant challenges an unassuming passenger about the simple cross he wears around his neck, completely unaware she's speaking to Keanu Reeves. What starts as a quiet moment of judgment transforms into an unforgettable lesson that resonates through the entire aircraft. By landing time, every soul on board carries with them the memory of his words and the profound way he delivered them. And before we continue, where are you experiencing this story from today? We always appreciate knowing our audience. The sprawling terminal of Los Angeles International Airport hummed with its characteristic energy. Travelers streamed in countless directions. Children tugging at vibrant wheeled luggage. Business professionals rapidly typing messages while simultaneously tracking flight information. Moving against this current of chaos walked a solitary figure maintaining an unhurried, peaceful pace. His attire was remarkably ordinary. A basic black tee, well-worn denim, and scuffed athletic shoes. No luxury timepiece adorned his wrist. No ostentatious accessories drew attention. No security team cleared his path. This was Keanu Reeves in his natural state. Occasionally, a passerby would glance twice, their expression flickering with uncertain recognition. But most eyes slid right past him, seeing just another traveler. Perhaps one who seemed slightly out of sync with the polished airport environment. Yet one detail distinguished him. Suspended from his neck, a modest silver crucifix caught the terminal lighting with subtle gleams. Neither large nor flashy, the pendant nevertheless carried an undeniable presence, as if its significance far exceeded its physical dimensions. Keanu moved with unpretentious confidence, approaching the first-class boarding lane where he presented his ticket to the waiting attendant. The first exchange. The flight attendant, her name tag identified her as Carla, stood with impeccable posture in her crisply pressed uniform. Her sharp eyes momentarily clouded with confusion as she examined his boarding pass. "Excuse me, sir," she began, brow furrowing slightly. "This is the first-class queue." Keanu's response came with tranquil assurance. "I'm exactly where I need to be." Carla double-checked the document. The credentials were valid. The name clearly printed matched the global superstar. Yet the man before her, with his understated clothing and complete absence of celebrity pretense, didn't align with her expectations of first-class passengers. Even after verification, hesitation lingered in her demeanor. She permitted his boarding, but her watchful gaze trailed him with visible unease. The flight begins. As the aircraft ascended, the first-class cabin settled into its characteristic ambiance. Subtle lighting calibrated for comfort, temperature perfectly regulated. Keanu sat motionless, not engaged with any entertainment, simply existing in tranquil stillness. The silver crucifix now rested fully visible against his shirt, its slightly worn edges hinting at years of quiet companionship. From her galley station, Carla observed him with growing discomfort. There was something about his peaceful presence that unsettled her. Unlike the many celebrities she'd encountered, demanding, attention-seeking, this man radiated quiet authenticity that somehow felt disruptive. The confrontation approaching with practiced professionalism, Carla lowered her voice. "Sir, I must remind you of our policies regarding conspicuous religious symbols in shared spaces. We value maintaining a neutral environment for all passengers." Keanu turned calmly. "Have I violated any regulations?" "It's not about rules," she clarified, her tone taking on an edge. "Some travelers might find certain symbols divisive." "I've worn this on countless flights without issue," he responded. Carla's forced smile didn't reach her eyes. "Times change. Perhaps you could discreetly tuck it beneath your shirt?" Her hand gestured vaguely, as if reluctant to directly indicate the cross. Keanu remained unmoved. "This isn't decorative. It's part of my identity." The atmosphere in the cabin shifted palpably. Nearby, passengers subtly tuned in. A smartphone camera discreetly activated. The tension escalates. Carla's professional mask slipped momentarily. "If you refuse compliance, I'll need to escalate this matter." Keanu met her gaze steadily. Do what you must, but understand, the issue isn't what hangs from my neck. It's what resides in your perspective. A profound silence blanketed the cabin. The truth in his words landed with undeniable weight, resolution and reckoning. When Captain Morales intervened, the situation reached its turning point. After hearing both accounts, his announcement over the PA system spoke volumes. Our airline fully respects personal expression and faith. Meanwhile, Carla faced her moment of truth. Hidden in the galley, her vibrating phone signaled the viral spread of the incident. The shame she felt wasn't about public scrutiny, but about recognizing her own hidden biases. Her eventual apology came on trembling knees before Keanu. I was wrong, she confessed, tears flowing. I thought I was enforcing policy, but I was really protecting my own discomfort. Keanu helped her rise with characteristic grace. Acknowledging it puts you ahead of most. Epilogue. Transformation. 2 weeks later, in her modest apartment, Carla recorded a video message. No uniform, no pretense, just her authentic self holding the crucifix Keanu had gifted her. For years, I equated professionalism with concealment, she shared with the camera. This simple cross reminded me what true humanity looks like. A genuine smile emerged. Thank you, Keanu. As the recording ended, Carla sat in peaceful silence, finally free from the constraints of her former self. The crucifix in her palm represented more than faith. It symbolized courage, grace, and the transformative power of choosing kindness above all.